actually a healthy, productive child, and they've had luck with the experimental vaccine that they have used. So I don't know why that's not given, that's not shared. Of course, the court apparently is not recognizing it. It doesn't want to hear about it, but the parents stormed out of the courtroom in tears, upset. Folks, isn't it good to be in America, largely speaking? The USA is the only country in the world that is not party to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. It does not recognize that children have rights independent of their parents. That's right. Unlike the USA, English law is focused on the protection of children's rights. And this is Jonathan Montgomery, is the professor of healthcare law at the University of College London. And that's right. He said the USA is the only country in the world that is not party to the UN. And that convention rights of the child does not recognize that children have rights independent of their parents. So the court making the decision, and they could go either direction, and whether this million signature is going to convince these judges to, there's hours and it's ticking down. They want to immediately just unhook the child and not even give it the case. That there was $1 million raised. The Medvac that's been standing by for over a week right now said that they'll actually fly Charlie free to the United States with a hospital willing to actually do the experimental procedure on Charlie. And they're holding it up. Very, very, I just cannot believe that they would do this. It's a shame. Remember, President Donald Trump, Pope Francis gave the parents new hope by pretty much shining international spotlight on the ethical debate on this. And the Americans United for Life and other groups have seized upon this case, arguing that the infant needs a chance at life. Petitions have circulated to offer support for Charlie's recovery, and for most of all, to get him here to the United States so we can have that treatment. Now, the chance seems awful slim. 10%. That's what they're saying. He's got a 10% chance of making a recovery. But, folks, that's not zero. Zero is taking the respirator off him, and then he dies. But again, if you have a child and you have somebody that you love, whether that's your spouse or your uncle, your aunt, or a loved one of any kind, and you love them, and there's just that shot, that 1 in a million, but 10% is better than zero, you're going to take that shot. I would do that for any of my children. I wouldn't even think twice about doing it if there's a shot at it. And imagine if it works, the baby makes a full recovery, lives a normal life rather than having to bury. And what's that alternative? Burying your child, burying your loved one. You're going to hold out hope. Not everybody, and I'd have to say, not everybody is as optimistic. They're like, well, what if poor Charlie feels something? We said that about Shivo, that she was suffering when she was actually malnourished, and her body was breaking down and deteriorating, that actually she felt pain. But then they said, her brain was just a bunch of jello and that she couldn't feel anything. She was brain dead. Though her family said that she could smile and she could make different noises. The kid is unconscious. It's not talking. It's breathing on a respirator. So anyway, to whether it's life, there's hope. We're watching Charlie Gard, and I hate to say that it's kind of like on a death watch here. They're going to either pull the plug or they're going to allow the parents. But summarizing, what's going on right now, it's not looking very favorable at the moment with the courts there. Because from their position there, over there in London, they have to, it's a precedence, because if there's something else, then they're going to have another case where they're going to allow other people to do it. They're going to have to change their laws. And so they're wondering how this all is going to affect them over there. But again, this would not be a problem. And the family friend had made this very clear and educated me. And now I'm able to educate you on the mere fact, if you had money over there in the UK, and is the case in so many different places, that you wouldn't have to rely upon the government making that decision because they'd have been able to have private health care. Then able to, and isn't it amazing what you can do with money? A friend of mine used to say that you are afforded only the justice you can afford. Unfortunately, that is the case for so many people out there, but it's not a matter of money anymore because there's been over $1 million that's been raised for the care of little Charlie. Plenty of money. So if it's worried that their money that they have to invest or anything like that, it has nothing to do with the money right now because from private citizens that have been able to raise that money. And now from petitions, it seems like they'll probably get to that 1 million signature. But if they're hell-bent on their law and scared what the repercussions can do for others that might be in that same type of dilemma and they don't want to change the trajectory on how they deal with rights of the children and parents, that's why they're hoping, they're leaning on this country. And, is this a religious item? Do you find this to be religious? Do you believe that the parents have the right to make a decision for their child at 11 months for experimental treatment? Can the parents make that decision ethically? Do you think that that's okay that they're able to do that? I think, individually, that's up to the parent and what they've deemed very, very necessary. To me, again, any parent would go through great lengths. You would give an organ for your own kid. You'd give up your life for your own child. Just so your children you want your children to outlive you. You don't want to be burying your child. I'm just hoping to God that this goes in the direction of the parents because they deserve, in my opinion, both of these dear parents. And I understand that they're outstanding parents. They're not rich. They don't have all the money, but they're outstanding parents, loving parents, and they want to just do what's right by their child. And you can't fault them for that at all. Hey, by the way, have you tried 123 Ready TV, the app that we talk about, the app you hear about on the program? Have you seen it in action? Why don't you just watch it? You've heard the commercials. You hear me talking about it all the time. But have you watched the video to see how it actually works? You haven't? Well, if you're on our website at forthepeopleshow.com, on your mobile version or on your desktop version, you can see how 123 Ready TV finds all the movies that you could ever want to watch, all your TV shows, weather and sports, and how it works and how easy it is to download on our website. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It's not just for the young. It's for the young and old and for the young at heart. And it's available with unlimited movies, unlimited TV shows, unlimited sports for one low price of $19.99. You pay for it once and you have it for life. That's right. One-time deal. Yeah, it's not a subscription where you pay more and then you get taxes and all that stuff like your cable bill. No, you'll cut the cable bill with this, baby. You'll be able to save money and be able to go on a cruise or something like that. I'm not kidding. ForThePeopleShow.com. Check it out right now at ForThePeopleShow.com, and we'll return right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on, to trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. Keith Allen and For the People back on your radio. Stephen Colbert is launching what he calls a Trump attacked me on Twitter Hall of Fame. You know, for anybody that Donald Trump has been going back and forth with on Twitter, Colbert decides, he wants a little PR for his show and just thinks it's kind of cute or whatever. And you remember the one tweet for Morning Joe, which he deserved it, I'd have to say. He says, I hear poorly rated Morning Joe speaks badly of me and I don't watch anymore. Then how come low IQ crazy Mika along with Psycho Joe came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me? She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no. But anybody, Oliver Stone or anybody, he's putting together this Hall of Fame and, keeping it going. They asked for it. They looked for it. And Trump is yet to respond to this one right now. It doesn't seem like it's really got him under his skin right now. But anyway, Trump tweeted last month the whole deal with the bleeding of the face. And by the way, she did have plastic surgery. People, what was going on there? She did. He's had plastic surgery. His face has been lifted. Her face had something oozing, some fluid. One of the Trump campaigners said that something was off and askew, that she had some bandages or whatever. But I guess Trump was grossed out by it. But he just kind of slapped back a little bit. I found it tongue in cheek. I thought it was kind of funny. But last October, Trump tweeted that John Oliver's people called him to be on his very boring and low-rated show, but he said, no thanks. Oliver thanked Colbert in a video for what doesn't feel like an honor. Oliver claimed his show staff did not call